Check one, check two. We always like to check before we get started. It's one of the things that we like to do. We're going to get started in just a second here. Let me make sure that I'm doing a mic check. Look, for those folks that are out there that are joining right now and those folks that are listening live, do me a favor if you would. Look right below the video. At least say, Shay, we can hear you. Shay, we can hear you. Because there's nothing like starting off, and getting going. And guess what? You never take time out to make sure that I can be heard. So I like to take just a moment, and we're going to get started probably in just about 60 seconds. But welcome all the folks that are here early. Welcome all the folks who are here on time. I'm really excited. So to give me the countdown. Oh, so we are live. This is good. For those folks that are listening in online right now, we're just now going live, which is good. I'm going to head on over and make sure that I can see it. Do me a favor. Look right below the video and just let me know you can hear me. Do the mic check. Let me know you can hear me. I got you. 5. Oh, okay, I can take these off now. Cool. Let's get going. Let's rock and roll. Put these here. All right, so we're going to get going in 5, 4. It's a great day. My name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the founder of the Happy Entrepreneur Project. And I'm so excited because we have an opportunity during this time right now to really make a difference. And here's the belief that we have. The belief we have is just one common belief. And here it is. Jot this down, it's the one common belief. And here it is. We believe that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. Let me say that again. The results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. So for those folks that are listening right now, for those folks that are watching, do me a favor, look right below the video, and let's start off with our mantra, and then we're going to kick off to conversational cash flow. And here's our mantra. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. And doesn't that feel good that we get a clean start? We get an opportunity to start all over again. We get an opportunity to get our health right, an opportunity to tell someone that we love them, an opportunity to improve our relationships. I mean, we get an opportunity to get this thing right. And what more can we ask for? I'll tell you this, not much more. So do me a favor, as you're watching, let's have a little participation and let's pay this message forward. Look right below the video, And for those folks that are over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com, that's where the action's taking place. happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Go ahead and jot these words right now. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Today is my what? January 1. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. See, I'm not just the happy entrepreneur. While I may be the founder of the Happy Entrepreneur Project. No, you, my friend, you, my business owner, you, my black CEO, you, my entrepreneur, you, my speaker, my author, my coach, my trainer, you are the hashtag. I'll say it again. You are the hashtag happy entrepreneur. All right, I'm going to get started. I'm going to do a quick recap. But first, do me a favor. Just look right below the video. Let me make sure that you're here. Let me make sure that I acknowledge you. And yes, we're going to have a topic this evening. Yes, we're going to get down. Yes, we're going to talk about something important. But first, just look right below the video and put what? Today is my January 1st. Hashtag, I love that. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. And it's so exciting to be with so many of you out there who are the happy entrepreneur. And it's good to know that I'm not alone. It's good to know that you're out there. Tanya Scott, I see you. She's out there. She's making it shine. For those that haven't connected with Tanya, join the Scott. Make sure you connect with her. Jocelyn, hey, Jocelyn, today is your January 1st. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about conversational cash flow. Hey, Crystal. Now, I took my glasses off, so y'all know I'm working hard over here. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. Hey, Kat. Hey, Ida. Ida says no sound. Check it out. I'm seeing a sound, so Ida, check your sound. Yvonne Southall out in Texas, thanks for joining. Charlene Day, it is always a pleasure. Hey, Nestle, what's up? Look, I got to get going because we're going to be talking about conversational cash flow, and this is part 3 of a 4-part series, right? So this is part 3 of a 4-part series, but let's all do a check-in. Some of you are over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And many of you are joining in right now. This is so much fun. But I want you to know something. In just about 60 seconds, we're going to change some lives. In about 60 seconds, I'm going to teach you how you can sell from the heart. In about 60 seconds, we're going to get down. D. Bowden, today is my January 1st. And first is with the number 1. Use the hashtag. Make sure you use the hashtag. I'm going to go back and follow the hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Because I hereby declare that you are the hashtag happy entrepreneur. Okay. You know, I shared this, and I'm going to share it again. I was talking to someone, and their whole focus was on one thing: how did it get to sale? Now, in my head, I had this thought, and the thought I had is, why is this person really just focused on everything on how can I make the money? And so I asked them a question because I wanted to kind of understand their signature selling style. And I had a sense of what it was. And they've never taken the assessment. Like many of you have never taken the assessment to really learn your signature selling style. And I'm going to teach you that. But this person was so focused on, Shay, what do I need to say to get the deal? Shay, what do I need to say to make this thing happen? And I was really, really taken back. And so I slowed down for a moment and I shared this with them. And this is just a principle. And then we're going to talk about conversational cash flow. Because I asked her the question. I said, you know, we haven't had a chance to talk about conversational cash flow, but I'm curious, what is your signature selling style? What is your unique way that you like to present, that you like to share what you know and how you do it? Tell me, come on, walk with me. Tell me this. Hey, Saucony Prince, today is my January 1st. I got to keep training. Hey, Tanya, join us, Scott, again. Today is my January 1st. Lady Constance Hampton is in the house. Today is my January 1st. Okay, so let me get back to the story. Let me get back to some hardcore training. And so I stepped back and I said to her this. I gave her this principle. And this is a principle that we're going to guide by, because I shared with her that we don't teach people how to persuade someone, and we don't teach people how to convince someone. And no one wants to be pushed and told what they should do and shouldn't do and feel bad about it. I said, that's not what we do. And I feel like you're just trying to get the money. And they said, Shay, isn't that what you do? You talk about people, how to make more sales with less effort. I'm like, really? Now, this is someone that I've known for 7+ years. Only worked with them the last year and a half, right? But 7+ years. And yes, there was a time all I talked about was make more sales, less effort. More sales, less effort. More money, more money. And that was wrong. That was 7+ years ago. Over the last few years, I've evolved, just like maybe you've evolved. I'm going somewhere with this, and there's been this paradigm shift just on how we sell, and this whole paradigm shift on how we serve, and it's just been a change, and it's made a big difference for me, and perhaps it'll make a big difference for you. So go ahead and jot this one phrase that I shared with her hey, LaWayne Ward, I shared with her as I was about to tell her about conversational cash flow. Here's what I said. Someone jot this in your notes. Someone put this right below the video. Do this for me. Right below the video, write these words. Here it is right now. Please put this down. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. Let me say that one more time. Let me break that thing down. Let me share it with you, because this made a difference for you. And if you're feeling that, just hit the heart right now. If you're feeling it, just hit the like button. But go ahead and jot this down. Jocelyn, you are amazing. Here it is how we've grown. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. So I said, look, I can talk to you about what you can do, and I don't mind teaching that, but I don't want you just going for the money. I don't want you doing that. I want you to talk about how you can solve a problem. See, we believe in principles, and a principle is what guides you. Hey, LaWayne Ware, how's it going? A principle is what gains you. It's what guides you, what keeps you going. And so let me step back as I shared that principle. I said, let me share a formula that I've helped many folks really be able to sell like themselves. They're not feeling icky and sticky and trying to use a script and all this. No. You don't have to change, but the market has changed. Pagers still work, but not many people are carrying them around. You can still go to a Blockbusters. I think there's 2 left in the country as of right now, but that's not how things are going. So I shared this formula. Someone jot this formula down for me, and as you're out there and you're like, you know what, Shay? I'm not chasing the money. I'm going to add value, and the money's going to chase you. If that's you, just look right below the video, and write these words: I add value. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's it. I add value. And how do you add value? By solving problems. I add value. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. See, don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. Just put those comments right below. Hey, Robert. Hey, Darcy Daniels. Just look right below the video and just put those comments there right now, and that's going to make a difference for you. So I said, look, this is the formula. This is the formula that's going to help you. Now, you got to learn your signature selling style, but here it is. And if you're hearing it for the first time, welcome. If someone shared this, and do me a favor, if you're out there, just hit the share button, and let's pay this message forward. Let's help someone else out there. I said, look, cash flow conversation. Here's the formula. Jot this in your notes. The formula is signature selling style. That is how you sell based on your DNA. I'm doing a quick recap. Based on your DNA is how you sell. Based on your experience, based on your expertise, based on the words that you want to use, okay? So that's your signature selling style. We all have our own signature selling style. There are 7 signature selling styles. I'm going to do a recap on the first 4, but today I'm talking about the heart-centered selling style, and I can't wait to teach you that formula, okay? So that's how you sell. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to be in business, if you're going to add value, Jocelyn, if you're going to add value, Gio Hughes, as you're going to do that, then we've got to make sure, look, I can't make this up, that we understand our signature selling style. So your signature selling style plus, this is a formula, plus, I believe in systems, I believe in structures, I believe in sequences, plus, hear me, buyer's profile. Shay, what is buyer's profile? Well, I'm glad you asked. Buyer's profile, Linda Susan Hosser. Buyer's profile is really how they buy from you. So every buyer has their own buyer makeup, their own way they buy things, right? Some are brand loyalists, and some are cheapskate, and some like to shop around. We all have our own way of buying. I'll tell you a quick story. Mother dear, who might be watching right now, when she goes to buy a car, Mother and we buy automobiles differently. Hey, Michael Scott. Mother dear will walk in, unlike Shay Brown. When I go to a dealership, I'm walking in, trying to get the best deal. I'm out of there, okay? I'm not going to be there. Not Mother dear. Mother dear is going to go. She's going to negotiate. She helped me get my Lexus truck, by the way. I take Mother dear whenever I go buy a car. And she'll sit right there. And no matter what price they give her, she'll scratch it out and put down like half the price, which I have no sense. Mother, if you're watching now, please, 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 please don't get upset. And she'll put down half the price and give it back to him and say, that's all I can pay for. That's all I can afford. That's it. Then this banter goes back and forth. The guy gets up, walks to the back, says he has to talk to the big boss, and then he comes back out. And Mother will sit there. And then she'll take the car. They'll tell her to take it home. She'll take the car home, bring it back. And she's going to go through this process before she buys. And just like your buyers, your target audience, they have their own buyer's profile. And so imagine for a moment, you got to learn your signature selling style. That's how you sell. But then you also have the second part of the equation. The second part of the equation is the buyer's profile. And I'm going to get into that on a later training. But first, I want you to know how you sell. Your primary and your secondary. And I'm going to give you a site you can go to in just a moment, and you all can take an assessment and learn how you sell. And it's my gift to you just for showing up. Now, we got buyer's profile. We got signature selling style. I see you, Keith Harley. Good seeing you, my man. I hope you're feeling better. Keith Harley is making some great things happen out there, by the way. He's at the gym this morning at 6 a.m. I had my trainer at 6 a.m. and there's Keith Harley in there doing his thing. Good to see you, Keith Harley. And he's back again. He's always a student. Amazing, by the way. Signature selling style. Hey, Mary Davis. Plus. Follow me. Your signature selling style. Plus, you're with me now. Buyer's profile. That's how they buy. Plus, Newell linguistic sales. Shay, break that down, and let's make sure that you're going to get into the signature selling style tonight. Yeah, I promise to get into that because I want you to be yourself. So I'm going to get into that. But I got to give you Newell linguistic sales. But I want you to be yourself. I don't want you to sell like a coach. I don't want you to sell like a woman. I don't want you to sell like a man. I don't want you to sell like Shay Brown. I want you to sell like a video or a book. I want you to what? Sell like yourself. And so now you're using neuro-linguistic sales. Neuro-linguistic sales, for those people that are learning for it the first time, neuro-linguistic sales is the study of language patterns and how it impacts the sales process. Now, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. So it's what you say, when you say it, and how you say it. Follow me, follow me. This is important. I'm going somewhere with this, and this relates to you because you got to know your signature selling style when you step up and you're training your team and when you're driving marketing. See, marketing doesn't drive the conversation. Marketing's job is to go out and find people who have a problem, a want, or a desire that are attracted to your signature selling style. So we drive marketing. Why? Because sales will solve any business problem. Someone jot that down in your notes. Look right below the video, and put down sales will solve any business problem. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. This is very, very important. Sales will solve any business problem. You need to get more automation in your business. You make more sales. You hire automation people. You need to build a team. You make more sales by solving more problems. And what? You bring in people you need to hire. This is important. Why do I say that's important? Because now you know your signature selling style. You know your buyer's profile. That's how they sell. And now you got neuro-linguistic sales. That's what you say, when you say it, and how you say it. What you say, when you say it, and how you say it. Why is that important? Here's a story I'll share, and then I got to get going. I got to talk about this, but as I get going, this is very important. Why am I teaching you how to sell like yourself? Here's why. Why would I teach a cat to bark and expect it to be successful? Cats don't bark. That's not what they do. And so I don't want you trying to sell like someone you're not and be unauthentic. I want you to be the best version of you that you can possibly be, because that's why you showed up in the world. That's why you make a difference. Yeah, you heard me. I did say that. Why would I teach a cat to bark and expect it to be successful? Cats don't bark, just like you don't sell like other people. God, and forgive me, I know this is not a sermon or anything, but I'm of a faith, I'm a believer that he made us all different. He made us all unique. He gave us our own gifts. So we want to use the gifts that we have and the talents that we were given so we can bless and share those talents with the world. If you feel me and you hear me, just look right below the video. Just look right below the video. You ain't got to write a lot, but just put, I feel you, Shay. I feel you, Shay. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. I feel you, Shay. Hashtag the what? The happy entrepreneur. Let me give a shout out as you're doing it. Let me give a shout out right now to folks that are out there that are making it happen. I see Clarence Wright, better known as Bam, is out there making it. Shout out to all the things that he's doing. Make sure y'all connect with him, man. Doing some amazing things. But let me make sure I get back. And I appreciate every single one of you, because this is your time. This is your moment. I show up here at the lab. I show up here on these sales and marketing solutions to give you the best ideas, the best suggestions that you can do to really take your business to the next level. And if this is speaking to you and you feel me, just put I feel you. Hit the heart button. Hit the like button. This is the time for you to really get into a conversational cash flow and sell like you. That's what it's all about. You know, we're going to do some teaching in just a moment. Don't worry. I'm going to teach you the 7 signature selling styles. I'm going to do a quick recap so you know it. But I want you to know where my heart is. I want you to know where I'm coming from. I want you to make sure that you're clear and that you clearly understand that this is going to help you. Saucony Prince, I see you out there. He's back again. How does this guy sleep? He's there. Hey, Carmen Sear says, I feel you. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Hey, Carmen, I feel you. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. See, your breakthrough is right now, and I know it. I feel it. I'm just a part of the journey. I'm just a little piece of the gasoline that's going into your tank right now. Maybe I'm the spark plug that you're going to change, and in the lab, we're going to put that spark plug in. It's going to boom. It's going to rev the engine up. So here's why neuro-linguistic sales is important. Because for so long, and my coach might be listening, by the way, but I was taught just to use a script, right? So they would give me the script, and I had to say the same exact thing to everybody. So no matter what my signature selling style was, I could be the intuitive signature selling style. I mean, maybe that was me, and I'm the intuitive person. And while I'm the intuitive signature selling style, I sell based on intuition. I had to use the exact same script. And truthfully, that was a problem. I'll come back to that. Or maybe I was the scientist selling style, and I base and drive my business on facts and data, and I use that just naturally because that's just who I am. And now I got to use this script. And I was like, gee, Moniz, I got to use this script over and over. And I felt unauthentic. I didn't feel transparent. I didn't feel real. And they just said, just talk to more people. Talk to more people. And I was like, oh, my gosh, how many more people am I going to talk to? How long can this go on? And I remember I was on a call, and I was literally sitting like this. And I had those big headsets back in the day. I don't have those anymore. I now have these cool AirPods, but I had those big headsets, and I had the microphone. They used to come around like this. And I was on the phone looking at the script like this, and I was like reading the script. So let me tell you one of the reasons why you should do this. And one of the reasons you should do this is because it's going to help you. And I was just so bored. It was like my 5th call that day. And the energy just got sucked out of me. And here's what I discovered. Everyone jot this down in your notes. We're gonna make a declaration, and then I'm gonna get in because I want to make sure you guys remember what I talked about on the other episode, which is about the rock star selling style. And I want you to identify your signature selling style, and I want to make sure that you can take the assessment. But here's what I learned. Jot this in your notes. Look right below the video. Hey, Michael Scott. Look right below the video. Hey, Andrea. Look right below the video and write these words. Scripts are for actors, and I am not an actor. Hashtag no more scripts. I like that. Scripts are for actors, and I am not an actor. Hashtag no more sales scripts. And so I said to myself, what if we moved away from just saying the same thing to everybody? And what if we use neuro-linguistic sales, which is the study of language patterns and how it impacts the sales process? And what if we understood that words have a frequency? Words have a frequency, and when I'm talking, I'm on a frequency, and for you to hear me, you've got to be on that same frequency. And what if you could have the right words in the right moment for the right audience at the right time? And it was all you, baby. What if that? Wow. Scripts are for actors, and you are not an actor. Hashtag no more sales scripts. Wouldn't that make a difference? And here's the analogy. And then I'm gonna get going because I've got to make sure that I talk to you this evening. I got to make sure I share with you the 7 signature selling styles. At least do a recap and then give you how to do the heart-centered selling styles. But I want to enhance you. I want you, the transparent person, you, the entrepreneur, you, the person that's been given a gift, you that has a big heart, you that just wants to not sell but really solve problems, and that's your purpose, that's your passion. I want to enhance you by you just using the formula conversational cash flow and just being you. Because if not, here's what's happening. Hey, Angela Copeland, here's what happened. Imagine you're talking to someone. And back in the day, I'm from Washington, D.C., by the way, and I used to listen to a station called 93.9 WKYS KISS, by the way, with Donnie Simpson. Donnie Simpson's back. He's still around now. Donnie Simpson. You can Google Donnie Simpson later. And to get to 93.9, back in the day, for those people that are over 40, back in the day, well, okay, if you're over 50, you'll understand this too. But back in the day, there was a dial. I try to tell this to my sons. And I used to have to go right to 93.9. And here's what would happen. If I wasn't on 93.9, Kiana, if I wasn't there, Michael Scott, if I wasn't on 93.9, Destiny, here's what would happen. Hold on, let me try to get the station right. Then I might shake the antenna. I might even smack the thing a few times. Then all of a sudden it would come out, and all of a sudden I would hear Donnie Simpson's voice. Yes, I got 93.9. And that's what's happening to you right now. You're in these conversations, and you're talking to folks, and here's what's happening. They're not hearing you. And they can't hear you because they're struggling, because you're not on the same frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to at least walk those folks that are ready to go to the next level. And if you're ready to go to the next level, and if you're ready to make this your best year ever, and you're ready to step up and really raise your game, raise your standards, look right below the video. Look right below the video. And we're going to make this declaration. And the reason I'm asking you to do this is that sometimes the comments go along with these videos, and that's cool. And sometimes you're able to bless someone else. That's cool. But I want you to hit the share button. Hit the share button. Hit the share button. And look right below the video. If not, write these words. And you might be over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. I'm going to post the notes there. I'm going to put the slides in there. Don't worry. I'll make sure the replay is over there as well. It's at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurstribe.com. So you make sure you go ahead and do that. And make sure you hit on there now. But here's what I want you to write below the video. And then I'm going to get started and do a quick recap. And we're rocking and rolling. Here it is. Jot these words down. This is my time. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. And this is a declaration. This is you stepping up. This is you raising up. And only winners are listening right now. Only people that have greatness deep inside them are listening right now. Only those folks who know they have the potential inside of them. I might be talking to you, by the way. They have the potential inside of them to perform at a much higher level. Those are the folks that are tuned in, listening right now. You're hearing me. We're on the frequency. This is your time. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Just go ahead and do that. For those folks that do that, I'll make sure I do something special for you. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a little participation. It's a little energy, but it's all about paying the message forward. This is my time. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Because I'm not the only happy entrepreneur. You are hashtag the happy entrepreneur. You believe the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. And while I might be talking on this segment about results in your bank account, by you being the best version of you, by you speaking from the heart, just from the heart, and being yourself, that's a good feeling. If they buy, they buy. If they don't, well, they just don't. Doesn't really matter. All right, let's get into the 7 signature selling styles. I will say, Jocelyn, I believe you. This is your time. Carmen Sears, I believe you. This is my time. Angela, I believe you. This is my time. Linda Susan Hauser, I believe you. This is my what? Time. Kim Warren Martin, I believe you that this is my what? This is my time. So let's go over the 7 signature selling styles. If you're listening right now, you're like, hey, Shay, I just need to learn my 7 signature selling styles. That's it. I can do the assessment myself. That's all I need. Once I do that, I'm good to go. Here's what you can do. You can send a text. Now, I want you to send a text directly to me. Send a text directly to me. And here's the number. You're going to text this number, 202. And then I'm going to jump in this. 202. I'm going to get going. 202-270-1662. Let me give it to you again. 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. And just type these words. Signature selling style assessment. There's 4 words. Signature selling style assessment. I'm going to pause. If you're listening to me via the podcast, you can do this. If you're watching me online, you can do this. If you're listening to me on the conference call, you can do this. Or maybe got a hold of this long lost video. You can do this right now. Text this number, 202-270-1662. And I want you to text this word right here. Here it is. Here it is. Follow me. Signature selling style assessment. Let me say that again. Signature selling style assessment. Now, what's going to happen the minute you do that? You're going to get a text back. It's going to take you to a very special link. When you go to that link, you'll be able to take the assessment. I think there's about 50 questions. You're going to learn your own signature selling style, the pros, the pluses, and the minuses, just like life. Life is full of dualities. There's high highs and low lows, and there's summer, winter, spring, and fall. There's all type of things. It's duality. You're going to learn that, but you also learn your signature selling style and how that relates. I'm going to do a quick recap. Follow me for the next minute, and then you'll have the 7 signature selling styles, and we'll talk about the heart-centered selling style here. All right, for those folks, this is my time. Kiana, I see you. Michael Scott, I see you. Let's start with the first signature selling style. Signature selling style number 1. This is just a recap from yesterday. It's cool. I can do this. It's called the intuitive signature selling style. In the intuitive selling style, everyone write that down. The intuitive selling style is they sell based on intuition. Based on intuition. So they're selling, and their whole drive is about what they feel in that moment. And in order for them to really sell, they have to feel you. They've got to feel the conversation. And it has to feel natural to them. And maybe that's you. Maybe you don't have to have a script in front of you and you don't have to prepare. You're able just to step up and immediately, instantly, well, I'll say it this way. You use intuition to make it happen for you. And the text number, Michael Scott, is 202-270-1662. I see you type 202-270-1660. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it, but it's 202-270-1662. So maybe you're the intuitive. And if that's you right now, just look right below the video and say, yep, that's me. I am the intuitive signature selling style, and I'm going to sell based on being authentic. I'm going to sell based on a signature closing style, which means I'm going to paint a vision for what they can see because that's what my intuition is telling me. And there's nothing wrong with that. The intuitive person is prepared. The intuitive person knows their stuff. But if they're not feeling it and their intuition tells you something's not right or this isn't a good fit for their company or their organization or for you, they won't make an offer. Are you the intuitive signature selling style? Can you have more than one signature selling style? Yes. There's only one primary one. If you're the intuitive selling style, if that's your selling style, feels natural to you, it feels cool with you, just look right below the video. Just look right below the video and put, I use the intuitive selling style. I use the intuitive selling style. Quick recap what we talked about on the previous episode was signature selling style number 2. Now, number 2 is important. And I know for some of you, this is going to relate. Like some of you, this is like blowing your way. You've never been in this conversation. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you're here. And stay tuned in. Stay connected. I mean, the number one distinction we teach is you stay in this conversation around sales and success. And these ideas are top of mind to you. And the second one is the scientist selling style. Now, the scientist selling style, they use facts to drive action. They use facts to drive action. So as they're out there right now and you're listening and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I use facts and data. And they're going to base their decisions on reality. And when they get to the close, you know, one of their favorite ways to close and one of their favorite ways to walk you into this is they'll say something like this. They'll say something very similar to this. Not always, but this is one of their power word phrases. It's something along the lines of, let me tell you. And it's with so much certainty because they're telling you something that's called a undeniable truth. That might be a little advanced, but you jot this down. Undeniable truth. They're going to tell you something that you cannot deny. The facts and data support it. And that does work. That does work. But here's what I want you to know. Everything that they're talking about is based on reality. It's not a vision. They're not painting a picture. Now, again, this might be your primary signature selling style. And if that's you, look right below the video now. Look right below the video. And if you're over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, that's where all the action is taking place. www.happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. That's where I'm going to put the notes. That's where I'll put the replay. So you better go back and hear this a second or third time. Go ahead and look right below the video and say, you know what, Jay? You nailed it. You got me. I'm feeling you. Like I'm smelling what you're cooking in the kitchen. Can I say that? I'm smelling what you're cooking in the kitchen, and we're doing this together. I'm not eating anything, as you can see right now, but I would love to have something to eat right now. That is for sure. Okay, I'm just doing a recap, having fun. I'm going to get to the heart-centered selling style. It's coming up in just a moment. But I've got to make you aware of number 4, I believe we're on the number 3 recap, the signature selling style, which is the rock star selling style. Now the rock star selling style, let's talk about the language patterns that they use and what drives them. They use personal charisma to drive action. So whereas the intuitive is based on their intuition, their gut feeling, based on their experience, and whereas the rock star, the scientist selling style, they're using facts and data, and they're gonna base a lot of decisions off that. The rock star, they're using personal charisma. And you've got to thank Markeith. Hey, Markeith is a rock star. Make sure y'all connect with Markeith and Patricia Keller out there. And if you haven't heard his podcast, you got to do that. Hey, Markeith, I'm still looking to get on the podcast, man. We're going to have that conversation this week. I want to bring you on the show. He's just doing some amazing things, by the way. Just a great guy. But the rock star, you got to think of a Tony Robbins. Think of an Eric Thomas. Think of someone out there, maybe a Beyonce, but someone out there that they have a magnetic force that attracts people to them, and based on their charisma, based on what they've been able to accomplish, that's one of the ways they use to really drive the sales process. Because if they have done it, so can you. And isn't that important? Doesn't that make sense? I mean, think about it. Some of you, part of what you do, you are the rock star signature selling style. Now remember, we're talking about conversational cash flow. We're talking about your signature selling style, which is how you sell based on your DNA, based on your experience, based on your expertise. And you want to know that because that's what drives your marketing. That's what drives your communication. That's not what drives your branding, but it's certainly marketing needs to attract people to you who are attracted to your company's culture, or at least your signature selling style. If you're the rock star, if that's you, just look right below the video. Just doing a recap. Look right below the video and put I use the rock star signature selling style. Now, maybe as you're listening, you say, Shay, I got it. I'm following you. This is kind of cool. Like I'm just following along. There's 7 signature selling styles. It's how I sell. I didn't know this before, but I'm glad I showed up because I just didn't know what I didn't know. I've been working hard. I've been doing the best I can. I want to help. I want to serve. I want to make a difference. But the one thing that's been holding me back it's really my sales results. The one thing that's been holding me back is really my strategy. And so let me give you a principle. A principle is what guides us. A principle is what holds our belief in place. And I mentioned it earlier, and I'll say this again. And maybe you want to jot this one idea down. Then I want to get to the next signature selling style. But here it is. All roads in business lead to a professional sales conversation. I'm going to say it again. This is very important. This is why you must know your signature selling style, then know your buyer's profile, the type they are, and then understand neuro-linguistic sales so you can have a conversational cash flow. Here it is. All roads in business. So all of your marketing, all of your branding, all of your automation, all of your tools, all of your speaking, everything you're doing, it leads to a professional sales conversation. So wouldn't it make sense if you're going in to know at least your style? For those folks that are like, yeah, I need to know my signature selling style, Shay. Yeah, you can just send a text. You can send me a text, and I'll send you the link to the assessment. I don't have time to get into it now. There's no cost. We've waived the $997 fee. You can do it at no cost. It's my gift to you. Just you gotta take some action because the universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. So you have to text this word. You got to text this number 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. Text the word what? Signature selling style assessment. You're going to text signature selling style assessment. Someone put that right below, by the way. Put that right below. Text the word signature selling style assessment. Once you do that, then you'll be able to take the assessment. You'll be able to learn your what? Your signature selling style. That's my gift. That's my promise to you. Hey, Gina Bell, thanks for joining. For those that haven't met Gina Bell, and hopefully Gina Bell, you'll look right below the video and put what you're doing some amazing things with Women on the Rise. It's just an amazing summit she's doing. So make sure y'all connect with Gina L. Bell. All right, with that being said, let me go ahead and give you the next signature selling style. I think we're on number 4. And then we're going to get into the heart-centered one. I can't wait. And then I got 2 bonuses, and we're going to close this thing up. Here it is right here. The drill sergeant selling style. Holla at me, Shay. Holla at me. Okay, I'm going to talk to you. We're in this together now. This is just you and I. We're just hanging out. We're working on our business. We're making life much better. But the drill sergeant selling style, they use force of will to drive action. Force of will. They're going to will their clients to take action, to will them to believe in them. And that's all part of the signature selling style. It's the drill sergeant. And the drill sergeant, they're going to be direct. And there's nothing wrong with being direct. I mean, that's just their signature style. And they're going to ask questions like, how do you live every day without insurance, knowing something can happen? I don't know what it is. How do you every single day go about your business and not have the automation tools you need? And so now you've got to work harder. How do you? I mean, they're going to be very direct in their selling style, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Why, Shay? Why is that? Jot this in your notes. Put this over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. That's where the action's taking place. happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. But here's what they know. People are silently begging to be led. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's a note. People are silently begging to be led. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's you. You are the happy entrepreneur, not me. And so the drill sergeant's there just to lead them. The drill sergeant's there just to help them move along the way. That's the only reason for the drill sergeant. So yeah, while we're talking about how to discover and develop your signature selling style, on this episode, I'm just making you aware that there are a couple of different signature selling styles so that you can be the best version of you. That's all I want you. Just want you to be the best version of who you are. So I got it, Shay. You said there's 7 signature selling styles. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. And you said one was the intuitive selling style, and they're going to sell based on instinct to drive action. Got it. And then you mentioned there's the scientist. Someone put these down. Maybe this is number 2. You said the scientist selling style, and they're going to use facts and data. Okay, Shay, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. You're with me so far. And then there was the rock star signature selling style, and they're going to really sell based on their personal charisma. Shay, I'm in here. I know I'm in here. I feel me. I just wonder what my predominant one is. Got you. And then there was the drill sergeant selling style, and they're going to use force of will to drive action. And so you're already right now, my friend, as you get to conversational cash flow, you're already on track to learn who you are. See, your signature selling style is just how you sell. The biggest problem most folks have is they don't know who they are. They don't know how they sell. And when they don't know how they sell, that creates a problem in the marketplace because now they have a hard time driving their sales. They're always like, well, I'm not sure where to start. I'm not sure what to do. No. Once you know your signature selling style, then you can step up immediately and you can drive the conversation. Jot this in your notes. I'm dropping some golden nuggets, but I don't want you to miss this. I don't want you to miss this. This is important. And this is something that I learned from my brother. So I can't believe I'm quoting my brother. Now, so for those that have siblings, it's probably the last thing you decide to do when you were younger, right? And it's my younger brother. He's like 3 years younger than me. But he always says this, and it really makes sense. Like, it took me like almost 50 plus years to figure this out, right? But it does make sense, and here it is. You drive the conversation. The conversation doesn't drive you. Everyone jot this down, Put that over for those folks that are taking notes. Put that over right now at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Or you can look right below. And you can write these words. You drive the conversation. The conversation doesn't drive you. And isn't that important? Like, at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all looking for? Yeah, absolutely. So now let's get into what I wanted to chat with you about, and I'm going to give you some additional ideas that are a little advanced. And for those folks that are joining, I see you, Gina Bell. She said she's the drill sergeant, or it could be the rock star selling style. Angela Copeland said, I have a scientific selling style. That's pretty cool. And on a future episode, I'm going to go into much more detail. I just only have so much time, really. On this one, I want to do a recap because I wanted to bring so many up to speed because I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to be out there and just trying to wing it, shoot from the hip, shoot from the lip, try to be continuously, spontaneously brilliant. I was having a conversation with someone recently, and one of the things they told me that might really, at the end of the day, it might be you as well. It was certainly me, but it really changed my trajectory. And this was a couple of years ago. And the person said, Arlene Spam, who was there, you drive the conversation. The conversation doesn't drive you. And we're going to use the hashtag, the happy entrepreneur, not tonight. Hashtag, the happy entrepreneur. But she said this. She said, Shay, I really can't work any harder. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to bring up heart-centered selling style in just a second, but thanks for reminding me. But she said, there are not enough hours in a day. I can't work any harder than what I'm working now. I'm giving maximum effort, and I'm concerned that I may burn out. I've been at this for 10 plus years, and it's taken a toll on my marriage. It's taken a toll on my body, which is her health. And mentally, I'm really drained. And so I've got to find a way to do what I'm doing, but do it easier. Now, this person has a company. They have six W-2 employees. For those that know what that means she has a payroll she has to hit. And some of you know what it's like to hit a payroll. And she said, I can't work any harder. And I thought to myself, and I try to be the most optimistic, positive guy that I possibly can. I said, you're right. You're right. And no, I'm not going to give you the cliche. I didn't say you can work smarter. But what I told her was this. I said, you can work smarter and you can work harder without as much effort. So we can pull back a little bit on the throttle of the effort we're doing, but we're going to still work hard and we're going to still work smart. And that's what the most successful people do. They put them both together before there's that big breakthrough. They're working harder and they're working smarter. They're working harder and they're working smarter, but they're pulling back the effort. They're pulling back the energy, and they're watching their energy so it helps drive them. And I said, one of the ways to do that is, can I at least walk you through at least this conversational cash flow formula that I've kind of just figured out because I was out there by myself, and I don't want to be that person. And maybe that's you. You're thinking, yeah, Shay, it makes sense. So how can I do this faster? How can I do this with less effort? How can I take back my time? How can I take back my life? How can I share this with someone else? And that's why we showed up. That's the whole purpose of the Happy Entrepreneurs Project, is so that you can get results in your life, and those same results can show up in your business. That's why I believe a happy life, happy biz. Happy life, happy biz. I do believe that. And that's you out there. You're like, yeah, I'm ready for that. Then that's cool. Let me talk. And how does that story relate to you? You might be thinking like, okay, Shay, I got it. I feel bad for her. She can't work any harder. The way it relates to you is that once you understand conversational cash flow, you're able to have your conversations be shorter. They're briefer. They have more impact. You're able to go after larger accounts. And it makes a difference because you know your own signature selling style. You know your own strengths. And when you have to adapt because of the buyer's profile, so maybe you are the scientific selling style, like someone mentioned right here below, but yet you're talking to a brand loyalist buyer profile, then the scientist has to change a little bit, because the facts and data is what they do naturally, but maybe they got to go to their primary or their secondary signature selling style, which could be the visionary or the professor that I haven't talked about yet, and they've got to play on those strengths, but at least they know what they're saying, when they're saying it, and how they're saying it. So let's talk about the heart-centered selling style. And the heart-centered selling style uses the emotional connection to really drive the action. Let me say that again. They use the emotional connection to really drive the action. And this is very important. It's very important because they use certain language patterns to kind of help. And maybe that's you as you're listening right now. You're saying, whoa, Shay, you just hit it. The heart-centered selling style, that is my strength. That is my pattern. That is what I do and what I use. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And I'll say yes. I'll break down this tonight because it's one of the promises of this morning or this afternoon or whatever time it is for you, wherever you're listening or watching in the world. And let me break it down just one level. Let me slow down for a moment and talk about how you can implement the heart-centered selling style if that's you. If you really, really use emotional connection, you really speak from the heart. And that's not everybody. It doesn't mean if you don't do it, doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't. But there is a style that's how they are. And anyone that's ever worked with us, or at least with me, you kind of know it's pretty much my style. Just here's what the deal is. If you want to do it, great. And if you don't, no big deal. But there's a formula that you can use. And on a future call, if you have questions, one of the things I'm going to do during this episode is I'm going to open up the tribe over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. And I don't want you to have a question and not be able to interact. So if you have a question, you can post it over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Let me make sure I hit the button here. And once I do that, I'll let some folks that are in the group right now. Once we do that, I'll answer any of the questions. I'll either answer it live while I'm here now, or my promise to you is that someone from my office will call you directly. But we'll get your question answered just on the heart-centered selling style. And again, if you haven't had a chance to take the assessment and you just want to take the assessed cell phone, and you're going to text this number. You're going to text 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. Once you do that, drive you so you can take the assessment and you can learn your signature selling style. I think there's 50 questions. There's a whole profile. We work with some psychologists. We work with PhDs to pull together to kind of understand your own DNA. Or, and this is your first time, and you are an entrepreneur, or you're a business owner, or you're someone that's out there, then I really want you to do this like immediately. Like I don't want you to delay. Okay. So here's how the heart-centered selling style works. Here's a formula. Here's a formula, and this is very important. The formula is, if I'm having a conversation with you, I may ask the question, what's most important to you about blank? And there's going to be 7 different tiers that's going to be in there. And so I might start off with what's most important to you about making more money. And the person answers that question. So let's say you and I right now, we were having a conversation and you're interested in growing your business. And at the end of the day, you want to grow your business because you want to make more money. I'm just making this up. And I asked the question, what's most important to you about blank? Now, as you're out there and you're like, hey, Shay, I want to kind of go through this, you can call me. You can call me. Maybe we'll do a phone call tonight. Do I have the technology to do that tonight? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I do that because I don't know if they could hear you. They should be able to hear you because I have the microphone here, right? They should be able to hear them. We can try it. Okay. I don't have my headset on, so we'll play it out loud or something. Okay. Maybe on a future call, I have some volunteers come up, and they said not on this call tonight or this morning or this afternoon. Let me be clear, whatever time it is for you. But the way the signature heart-centered selling style works is what's most important to you about earning, about making more money in your business. And you answer the question, whatever the answer is. Whatever the answer is, let's say the answer is because I really need to be able to step my marketing up. Okay, I would ask the next question: what's most important to you about getting your marketing in line and in order? And you say, well, because if I get my marketing in line, I can hire more people. Okay, what's most important to you about hiring more people? To you. And you say, because I really want my business to succeed. I must be a success. Okay. What's most important to you about you being a success? And the person might share whatever it is. Because when I was growing up, I had a lot of failures. And a lot of my friends didn't think this was going to work. And so it's very important to me that this works, that I prove that I can do this. Okay, thanks for sharing that. What's most important to you about proving to everyone that you can be a business owner and that you can make money and you can be successful? Now, I'm walking them up this tier ladder as you follow them, and we're going deeper and deeper as we go up. The message I want you to know this in the time I have. First, we would pre-frame the conversation. A pre-frame, and we're talking about the heart-centered selling style. A pre-frame is when you tell the person what's going to happen before it happens. So in the pre-frame, what I would do is say, look, I'm going to ask you this question, and I need you to answer in 1 or 2 sentences. That's it. 1 or 2 sentences. I prefer 1 or 2 words, but no more than 2 sentences, preferably a 1 sentence. So now I've kind of told them what to do. And I'm going to ask you the same question a couple of times so I can get a better understanding of what you're saying. So now they know the same question might be framed differently, but you're going to ask the same question. Now, here's what we do know. In the very beginning, when you first start, the first 2 questions, however they ask them, that isn't their answer. That's the answer they give everyone. It's the answer that was top of mind. It's not superficial, but it's not the level you want to get to. The next really 2 or 3 to 5 answers in that 3 to 5 range, now they're starting to look inward. And notice I started framing a little more. What's most important to you about blank? Now, initially I start off, what's most important to you about blank? And I kind of left it out there. But now I've got to slow it down and say, what's most important to you? Like to you, not someone else. They start reflecting inward. And they start going a little deeper and a little deeper and a little deeper. And then we get to the core of what they really, really want. And here's what I want you to put in your notes. Here's what's important. Jot this down. And someone put this over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. If you're taking notes, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. And here it is. Price, this is a principle. Price only matters in the absence of establishing value. Let me say it again. And use the hashtag, the happy entrepreneur. That's you. You are the happy entrepreneur. So go over there now to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, or you can look right below the video and write these words. Here they are. Price only matters in the absence of value. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Now, how does that apply directly to you? How can you use that in your business? Because before we talk about the price, before we talk about the investment, before we talk about the cost, however you want to frame it, we've got to understand that price only matters in the absence of establishing value. So we've got to establish value first. Now I'm going somewhere. I'm at the heart-centered sales approach. I'm about to give you the moral of the story. I'm about to bring it home for you. But first, I had to at least let you know that price only matters in the absence of establishing value. This is the heart-centered sales approach. So you're going to use questions. This is a principle. It's what we stand on. It's a foundation. Now, once you get them to the top, and let's say I get them to the top, and the top is like there's 7 questions. And this is a little neuro-linguistic sales. And many of you know that I'm certified to teach neuro-linguistic sales, which is the study of language patterns, the right words at the right time, in the right moment for the right person, right? This is not a script. We're not just saying the same thing to say the same thing. No. Our language, our tonality, our body language, everything that we're saying is in harmony and sync with our signature selling style, so that the customer and the person we're talking to, we're on that channel. Words have a frequency. Remember that 93.9? Whenever I went on that right dial, all I got was what? Push. But as soon as I got to 93.9 and I was on the frequency, it was like butter. So now we're at the top. And I say, one last time, I'm just curious, what's most important to you about making more money in your business? And whatever the answer is, the person says, I just don't want to be seen as a failure. I don't know. The person says, can I be honest with you? Yeah. I want to buy a home for my mom or for my dad, or I want my kids to know that I was successful. I want to know that I mean something in the world, that I could do it. It's about me. It's not about anyone else. Or whatever they say, it doesn't matter. And so now you walk into this place, right? And you're asking the question, what matters most to you about being a success in your life? What matters most to you about transforming where you are today? What matters most to you about being able to have a conversation with someone and know that you are yourself? You're not unauthentic. What matters most? Whatever answer they give you, here's the moral of the story. Here's the punchline. Here's the timing. You showed up to hear just this one idea, and you made it to this point, so congratulations. But here it is. And only winners make it to this part, by the way. But here it is. Then you say these words here. Let's say you're making more money. If you had to put a price tag on your kids being proud of you, or you had to put a price tag on the feeling of knowing you sent your kids to school without any debt, or if you had to put a price on the feeling of knowing that you could retire your spouse and together y'all could do the things you want to do, and money wasn't an option, what would the value be to you in dollars? Whatever the number is, just what's the best guess? $100,000, $1 million? What's the value to you right now if you can step up right now in your business and you can make it happen because you learned the heart-centered selling style, or you learned the 7 signature selling styles. And so now you're able to generate more revenue in your business because you understood that you are the rock star signature selling style, or you learn that you are the intuitive, or you learn that you are the scientific selling style, or maybe you're just the drill sergeant, or maybe you're back to just the heart-centered selling style. But that came true. You know what they're probably going to say? In more cases than not, they're going to say it's priceless. It's priceless. Now, at that point, you've now opened the conversation. It might not be the first conversation, the second conversation, or the third conversation. You open it up now to talk about the investment, talk about the value. Remember, price only matters in the absence of value. Holla if you hear me. And so you're now using the heart-centered sales approach. I don't want to stop there. I want to give you the last two on the time we have. And I'll say those because the next episode, I'm going to make sure that you're fully aware of the visionary signature selling style, because some of you, that's you. I'm going to make sure that you're aware of the professor signature selling style. For some of you, that's you. But you showed up. You're here. Only winners show up. Only champions show up. Only those folks that know they had the potential to sign and perform at a much higher level. Only they show up to understand conversational cash flow. Let me give a recap, and then I'll give you a one-sentence definition on the visionary signature selling style and the professor signature selling style. Now, some of you already have taken this assessment. Some of you are already over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. It's where I will post the notes. For those that are taking notes so far, thanks so much. It's where I'll post a replay. It's where I'll post a link that you can go to even learn your signature selling style, because that's important. That's so important for where you are right now. But here it is. Signature selling style. That's really how you sell. That's knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. That's signature selling style. Based on your DNA, based on your experience, based on your expertise, what style is natural to you. You got a primary, you got a secondary. Plus, buyer's profile, which is knowing who you are talking to. So first you have to know who you are, and then you have to know who you are talking to. What type of buyer are they? We're not just talking to people to talk to people. No. Those days are gone. And you have to know what to say, which is neural linguistic sales, that equals conversational cash flow. Now, once you have that, now you can choose the right words at the right moment for the right folks. I mean, I love it. This is the, look, if you get just this one piece here, just the one idea of selling for your signature selling style, for some of you, this is going to put an extra $100,000 into your personal bank account between now and the end of your selling career, because you'll be able to use these skills for the rest of your life. You are now had this whole paradigm shift. Welcome right now to the new age of selling. Should I call it selling 5.0? I don't know. Let me go ahead and give them, if I can, give them the visionary selling style. Because once you're speaking to someone and you know your signature selling style, then you know how you need to change it up, and you can do it on a conscious level. Sometimes you're not conscious enough to know what to change, so it's hard for you to be consciously aware of who they are and how to speak their language. And that could be a headache. That could be a problem. So what is the visionary selling style? Shay, give it to me. The visionary selling style, they use the big idea to drive action. They use the big idea to kind of figure that out. And that works for a number of folks that are out there. So if they're out there right now, they're going to really dream big. And they're going to have this big idea. And inside that big idea, they're going to talk about what they have to do to make a difference. Oh, I see my battery's going dead. Okay, that's interesting. Let me make sure I change the camera. All right, if I lose you, just text me at 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. I see it blinking. That's not good. 1 second. And then when you text me, text signature selling style assessment. I'll be right back. Signature selling style assessment. My battery's going dead, ladies and gentlemen, which is not a good thing. I don't know if I can change it. We're almost to the end, but let me do this. Wait a minute. Let me make sure that you can see something while I'm changing the battery. And hopefully I can see myself. This will be interesting. Okay, we're going to do this. camera died because I didn't plug it in. It's not a good thing, by the way, but don't worry about it. We're human beings. We're that perfect? Uh-oh. Oh, no, let me make sure the camera's on. Hold on. Okay. Check 1, check 2. Let's hope you can see me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta figure this out. I gotta make sure this doesn't happen. Y'all can tell I'm not perfect, but don't worry, I'm getting better every day. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if you can see me. Check. Uh-oh. Check. Okay. So y'all can hear me. If you can see me, let me know you can see me. I don't think you can see me. I think I got to go in here, and I think I have to reconnect. I got to plug the camera back in. Oh, my gosh. Oh, okay. Rule number 1 in these situations, everyone, rule number 1 is don't panic. That's rule number 1. Rule number 1 is don't panic. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm in there, but I'm not quite centered. So hold on a minute. Let me just move this over just a little bit. No worries. We'll move this over just a little bit. Hold on. And then we'll wrap up. Oh, my gosh. Wait, hold on. Let me hit the button. If you're out there, you can hear me. Just say I can hear you. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to just relax. No, the world is not coming to an end. Let me see. Check 1, check 2. Let's see if you can see me. Now wrap it up. Check 1, check 2. I only have my phone up. Gee whiz, that's interesting. Check 1. If you can see me, just type below, Shay, we can see you. Hopefully I'm back on. We're wrapping up, by the way, but hopefully I'm back on. I was giving you the visionary selling style, and then I saw a notice saying that my camera was dying. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened. Maybe I end it. Okay, so they're saying earlier, it looks like it's red, but I think y'all can see me. Let me look here. Okay, Susan said, I can see you. Okay, Kat said, I can see you. Okay, this is good. All right. Woo. Am I blurry? I don't even know. Rule number 1, don't panic. Don't panic. Please don't panic. All right, the visionary, they're going to see the vision. They're going to work to inspire people. So I want you to think of the 44th president, none other than Barack Obama himself. I think it was 44. I hope I get that right. I hate to say 45. But and one of the things that President Barack Obama would say is that what? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And so as a result, you would think of him as a visionary selling style. They're going to put the big idea in front of you. They're going to put the picture in front of you. And then they're going to walk you step by step to how you can achieve that vision of what they see. And maybe that's you right now. If that's you, you can look right below the video and say, yes, I use the visionary signature selling style. I use the visionary signature selling style. And that's important. And I want you to know that, so that there's certain language patterns that you use. You're going to dream. That's one of your approaches that you're going to have. But you're going to inspire people to take action. Again, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And for those folks that are listening right now that are thinking, you know what, Shay, I need to know my signature selling style backwards and forwards. I need to make sure that I understand what it is. And I just want to have a one-on-one conversation, Just text me. Just text me personally. Text 202-270-1662. Just text 202-270-1662 and just put one-on-one. Just put one-on-one. Now put your first name so I know who you are. Put your last name so I know who you are. And I can't do it for everybody, but I'll do it for the first 25 people. And put the best contact number for me to reach you. Put that there as well so we can connect and we can just have a one-on-one conversation. I can customize it specifically for you because I want to make sure that I can help you really not only understand your signature selling style, not only use your signature selling style, but also attract the type of clients you want to your company based on your signature selling style. This is so important. Okay. So now we got the visionary. I got it, Shay. That's cool. I'm with you. And now I want to share with you the professor selling style. Now, the professor selling style, they use learning to drive education. Anyone has ever worked with my business partner, Trevor Ott, say Trevor Ott. But in all seriousness, they use learning to drive action. They're going to educate you first. And once they educate you, not only on the problem, which they're going to educate you on, not only the problem, but they're going to educate you on the solution and how you can do it. And if that's you, just look right below the video and say, you know what, Shay, you just nailed me right there. I mean, not you never, but you got it. No, that is me all day long, Shay. One of the things that I do is I educate people first. I teach them exactly what problem is out there. Then I show them how they can solve it. And then once they do that, Shay, then we are in sync and we are in harmony. And so you might be thinking right now, yeah, Shay, you got it. I am the visionary. I'm the professor, signature selling style. And so I educate people first. They understand how they can do it first. Then if they're interested, I share one solution that we can do for them. And again, each of these have their own unique way. I gave you one formula for the heart-centered selling style, but there is a formula for each of these 7 signature selling styles. There really is. And the significance of it and the importance of it is that if you're running around and you don't know your signature selling style, that can present a challenge. Because how do I change? When I don't know who I am or how I sell, I don't know the buyer's profile, how they buy, and I'm not using neural linguistic language to move people to action, to be able to communicate more clearly and more succinctly, then I can't get to conversational cash flow. And we know that, as I mentioned earlier, all roads in business, they lead to a professional sales conversation. So we're having a conversation. That conversation might be through a webinar. It might be through a broadcast. It might be one-on-one. It might be from the stage. It might be from your book. It might be from your website. But there is a sales conversation that is taking place. And all I want to do is make sure that you can be the best version of what? You. Because all I want you to do is be yourself. I want you to be yourself. I want you to be yourself. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. Let's just make an affirmation. Look right below the video. And you know what the affirmation I want? I want you to say that I will sell like me. I will sell like me. I will sell like me. I don't want you selling like Shay Brown. I don't want you selling like a woman. I don't want you selling like a man. I don't want you selling like your coach. I told you I was like my coach. I said the exact same words he said for about 3 years. A declaration right now. And then for those that make this declaration, I'm going to give you a bonus gift. A bonus gift. Here's the declaration. I will sell like me. I will sell like me. I will sell like me. I want you to look right below the video. Look right below the video. I want you to go over to the happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com to type in happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com and write these 5 words. I will sell like me. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. I will sell like me. And use that hashtag. We're going to follow the hashtag. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Because that's why you got in business. Isn't that really what you want to do? You really want to sell like me? You want to sell like me? Gwendolyn made that declaration. She said, her name is Gwendolyn Brooks. She said, I will sell like me. Cheryl Diane said, I will sell like me. Linda said, I will sell like me. Business. This is why you became an entrepreneur. This is why you became a speaker. So let's just do a quick recap and close out. And I want to remind you that why would I teach a cat to bark and expect it to be successful? Cats don't bark, Snore. That's not what they do. And you don't sell like a rock star if you're truly a heart-centered selling approach. Or you don't sell like a scientist if you really are an intuitive. You can know your signature selling style, and you can find yourself using the closing style. So let's say I'm an intuitive, but I close like a rock star. I use that closing style. That might work for some people, but we know there's an imbalance going there. And it may work from time to time, but heck, one of the things my father used to say is if you do something long enough, even a blind squirrel will find a nut. I know it's not funny, I shouldn't say that. But you'll stumble upon it. But that's not what I want. I want you to have a sequence. I want you to have a system. And I want you to have a structure and a strategy that you step into to actually make the sales you're looking for. That's the 5 S's. I ain't got time for that right now, Renell. But I want you to step in that. So let's do a quick recap of the 7 signature selling styles, and then we're going to close up. And for those that want to learn this 7 signature selling styles, you're going to just text 202 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. And you're going to text the word signature selling style assessment, signature selling style assessment to 202-270-1662. There is no cost, but you must enter your first name, enter your last name, enter your best contact number, and you can take the assessment at no cost. You can do it right online, and it'll make a big difference for you. So here we are, the 7 signature selling styles. And those are going to get the notes. We'll see you over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. I can't wait to the next sequence that we're going to do tomorrow, which is going to be the encore, where I'm going to really do a really deep dive. But let's talk about the 7 signature selling styles, just so you have them in your notes. The first one is the intuitive signature selling style, and they use instinct to drive action. Is that you? Do you use instinct, your gut feeling? You're just fine. Your intuition is normally right on the money. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but okay, you got it. Or perhaps you are the scientist selling style. You use facts and data to drive your action. You use what we call the signature approach, which is the reality approach. See, the intuitive is using the authentic approach, but you're using the reality approach. This is the reality. These are facts and data. The numbers. Signature selling style. They use personal charisma to drive action. They've got a magnetic approach. That's what they use, and that magnetic approach really, really works. So you think of a Eric Thomas, you think of or E.T., you think of a Tony Robbins, you think of someone that just is out there and they just doing it, and you're like, wow, I want to do it like them. I want to do it like them. You don't want to be them, but the rock star has an approach that's like, look, this is what I do, and if you want these results, just follow me. Yeah. Some of y'all are the rock star. Just say it. I'm the rock star. It doesn't matter. It's not a good thing or bad thing. We all have our own gifts. We have our own talents. God's made us all unique and different. And if you're not a believer, I'm sorry I offended you, but that's just what I believe. And so there's the drill sergeant. And the drill sergeant, we know with 100% certainty, they use force of will to drive action. They use force of will to drive action. Not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But they're very direct in their approach and in their strategy and their methodology and in their style. And that works because people are silently begging to be led. And then there's the heart-centered selling style. and the heart-centered selling styles, they're using emotional connection to drive action. Excuse me. Get some water. And that works. And then there's the visionary. I love the visionary. The visionary, well, they use big ideas to drive action. They're going to dream big. They're going to inspire people. You think of President Barack Obama, a 2-term president, and one of the things he said is, yes, we can. And so he leads you to believe that it's possible if you step up, if you take certain action. And some people, they paint the picture what's on the opposite side of what their services can deliver, how they solve a problem. Again, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. Or it be what it be. And then we had all I did is stop by today so that I can enhance the person that you are. And I asked you just to make one declaration as we close out, just one declaration. And that one declaration that I've made many years ago, and I'm making it for you, so tag the happy entrepreneur, hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Look, if you're listening right now, if you got a question and you're like, Shay, I just need some one-on-one time. Me is beautiful, Shay. Being me is beautiful. Then I want you to text this number. You're going to text me directly at 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. And just text these words, one-on-one. Just text these words, one-on-one, and enter your first name, enter your last name, enter your best contact number, and then I will call you directly. I can do it for the first 10 people, or my team will contact you directly, and we're going to answer your questions for you. So here's what I want you to know, that you're a winner. You're an incredible human being. This is another episode of the Happy Entrepreneurs Project that has one mission only, and that mission, that belief we have, is that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. Let me say that again. The results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. So with that being said, Today, my friend, is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. Someone jot that right below the video as we close out. Jot these words. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1, my January 1st, my January 1. Use the number 1 and use the hashtag The Happy Entrepreneur. Again, hashtag The Happy Entrepreneur. With that being said, today is your January 1st. Remember how good you felt back on December 31st? You were like so excited. You were fired up. You were ready to go. You couldn't wait. This was your year. This was going to be your month. This is going to be your moment. You was going to win every minute of every moment of every day. Well, I come to tell you today that today is your January 1st. And that the best, my friend, the best is yet to come. 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 With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Just like you, you are the hashtag Happy Entrepreneur. That's you. You are the hashtag Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And my promise to you is we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. And I wish you success. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.